They told me I was bad at math my whole life until I graduated from MIT in 2023 with a mathematics degree. What's up everyone, Professor X with a Z here with part 3 of my 3 to 4 part series on how I went from being absolutely terrible at math to having an MIT bachelor's degree in mathematics and being a current UC Berkeley PhD mathematics student. If you haven't already, make sure you drop that follow and like it, share it to your friends again. And if you have any topics that you'd like me to cover, please leave them in the comments and I'd be happy to cover them as well. All right, so where are we in the story? Quick recap. Part 1 was talking about how I was bad at math in elementary school. Part 2 was talking about how I made the transition from being not bad to kind of just more like novice to almost advanced. But now I'll get into how I, really grew in mathematics. And I will say, warning, it's a sad story, so be prepared for the tissues and the tears, So why did I subject myself to studying 6 to 8 hours a day on Khan Academy studying math, right? The answer is simple. The summer after 8th grade, I got ghosted, right? I was talking to this person for 3 days, they never responded, and I took it really hard because, that was the first time I ever experienced something like that, so I didn't really know what to do, so I turned to something that, gave me moderate enjoyment, and I was just doing like math, like 6 to 8 hours a day, hoping I was like, maybe at the end of this day, they'll respond. They never did, unfortunately, but that was like the main reason. But the second reason was I was mediocre in like a lot of things in life. I wanted to be good at least one thing in my life. So I was noticing when I was putting the work in, it was becoming easier. So then I kind of just, fell in love with the process of the work and just learning. And yeah, just like every day I would just be on the computer on Khan Academy for hours. Again, just a quick plug for Khan Academy. I want to make a video about Khan Academy and how I used it to become successful, but a very underrated and very huge tool for getting mathematical maturity and more comfortable with math. So specifically during that summer, I started off with studying Algebra 2. That's technically like the second course in algebra, I guess. And I was really enjoying it. I started going through Khan Academy's trigonometry course, and that was interesting too. By the start of my 9th grade, my freshman year, I had studied a couple courses and I had one simple request, and that was to advance to pre-calculus. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to start at pre-calculus and trigonometry in 9th grade, and that would have satisfied me. But unfortunately, my school was apprehensive because they had allowed students to do it in the past, and there was like a 50% success or fail rate. What did I do? I got frustrated and I was like, nah, like they're not going to tell me what I am and am not good at, right? I ended up taking Algebra 2 during that freshman year, but I was still going on Khan Academy and doing extra practice things. At that point, I was starting to study calculus. So finally, we actually came to an agreement where my school said I can go to calculus in the sophomore year as long as I take pre-calculus during the summer semester. Like I had to take it via a local community college. I ended up doing that, but then I took Calculus 1 during the summer as well. So what ended up happening was I had already taken Calculus 1 during the summer, but I had to retake it during the fall semester of my sophomore year in high school. But the kicker was I was also taking Calculus 2 during the fall semester as well. So I was taking single variable calculus at my high school while also taking Calculus 2 at the local community college. So what ended up happening was most of my high school career, I had to take classes over like twice. Like I would have to take it in a community college and take it in high school. And the reason was because they didn't count Khan Academy as an accredited school. So that's just another piece of advice. If you do end up self-studying a lot, be mindful that the schools may not accept your Khan Academy education or whatever because it's not accredited. So really I was covering my bases because I still wanted to learn and still get the credit for learning. So I would go outside to the community college to get the, like the stamp of approval or like say that I actually did it in like a, organized school. What really propelled me from the 9th grade to 10th grade was that they were telling me that I couldn't, get into other classes, and that really fueled me and motivated me to be like, you don't tell me what I learned, because half the time Khan Academy teaches me more than what I would have learned in a traditional school setting anyway. And I liked the fact that I could take charge of my education and, learn new things. In the next part, I'm going to go over specifically what happened in 11th to 12th grade, because that's where math really started. That's when I started to branch into advanced mathematics, or I'll get into a little bit of, if you want to, take a path like that, these are kind of like the steps that you could take. Thank you all for watching. Again, part 4 is coming up. If you haven't seen those other parts, please, take a look at those other parts, just to get more context. And again, please comment on anything that you would like to see. I might be going live here soon, just doing like a live Q&A. I'll make an announcement about that here shortly. But yeah, thank you for watching, and Professor X with a Z out.